Hi guys, I'm in Kuala Lumpur. I just came overnight. I mean, literally one night is one night too many here, but I have the Petronas Towers behind us, behind me, and actually there's nothing to see because they're all offices, but there's KLCC shopping below it, which is really incredible. The best shops. Actually, it's the nicest shopping I've been to. It's nicer than anything I've been to in London. London doesn't really have shopping, but it's basically equivalent to what you can get in London, okay? But it's in a shopping, and it's nicer than Ala Moana shopping in Honolulu, which is the nicest I've been to in the world. So, and needless to say, it's not all once to buy. So I came here to get my passport card, which is this thing here. So that's it. So I don't have a passport card. So anyhow, we're doing this game. Again, I'm going to reiterate, the scenario. There's a situation where we're in a world with a host of outstanding religions with different prophecies. And then in my storyline, I was born, something which actually happened in 1964. In my storyline, I was also born the same day I was actually born. And then what happened is that because of something mental, telepathy, whatever, people identified me as being the one that fulfilled all these outstanding prophecies in these various religions representing my birth, which is something very common in animals, because all life form is born some way, yeah. So, I was tied to all these prophecies, which though contradict each other, okay? For example, Judaism, they don't really say much. In Islam, prophecies that were tied to me said that I would abolish all kings. In Christianity, they said I would name them. And because of that, in my storyline, Al-Qaeda was set up to create Islamophobia. Okay, and so it was very violent. A bunch of politicians in my storyline, again, were corrupted. And in my storyline, Bush knew about the 9/11 before it actually occurred. And the people managing that are actually straight out of the Bible, because the Bible says that the family of this guy that's identified, linked to all these prophecies, gets together to make the prophecies in the Bible succeed. And the people that actually got together when they read that book, which is a bit obscure, but it's really not. I mean, it's really, really simple. It's like comic book reading. But I mean, anyway, so actually, in the storyline, my cousins, my brother, my sister, okay, and so they're actually directly involved in terrorism, and then they're, in my storyline, again, sort of influencing and speaking to and getting people to give me messages, okay, things like asking me for money, being abusive, telling me I'm stupid, telling me I always change my mind because in my storyline I refused to work with them, right? 3 years ago I was offered to go to Saudi Arabia to become the head of Islam in the storyline. This actually happened, though, as well, and I chose not to go. I told the guy I'd go when I'd be in my 60s, since I'm not Muslim, so I feel a lot better doing so. But anyway, so, and then I speak to God, so, God is sort of telling me everything I should do and everything I shouldn't, and these people don't like it, right? Because he represents an outside authority, and they feel they link God with a God in the Quran, who predicts that they'll be deposed. Okay, in my storyline, God tells me I can do whatever I want with them. So I put out the offer. I said, okay, you guys got to get rid of this ridiculous wedding, which I don't like. I mean, for the moment, I have sort of a queer lifestyle, which I'm enjoying tremendously. And, then, I'm not going to name these kings that want to be named, because I'm not going to do that, but I'm not going to attack anyone for being guilty. So you just make my life so pleasant and dazzling that you will all be totally irresistible, and we'll just gloss over everything that happened in the general party atmosphere and feeling of happiness and wealth that will engulf the planet shortly as we move into paradise, okay? So, and at the same time, I'm also reading the Trotsky's book, Leon Trotsky's book about the Russian Revolution. So, just the chapter I read on the plane today was about, how out of touch. I like Nicholas, okay? Nicholas II, I think he's very charismatic, he's good looking, and he's half Danish, and I think he's a cool dude, and I like his son even better. I've seen only pictures, and I sort of have fantasies of speaking to him in my head, but, I mean, the thing is that he actually reports his diaries, which says he's really out of touch with reality, and even his wife, Alex, that German princess, telling him what to do and what not to do on Rasputin's instructions, is even more out of touch. And then he sort of relates that to how Louis XVI, he says, Marie Antoinette were out of touch with what's going on in France, and then they relate that to